treat the rainbow for the Islam. It is in my Moorish American Nation family. It is December the 31st, 2021. I'm at Whole Foods in Annapolis, Maryland. Right down the street from Burger King. I'm right down the street from Burger King. See, this is Whole Foods. And I'm right down the street from Extended Stay America. It's the same one I always go to. We do probably 99.9% of our shopping is in food here. Even we get our toothbrushes here. So this is I find it very interesting that there's a Whole Foods. Everything is so convenient. So anyway, today I want to start off by saying some of the odd things I experienced. I started off this early this morning. Early today. I had to be at work at 10. Yesterday I called. I was an hour late. I called and told her, told Phyllis, but she somehow, I don't know if she hung up. It sounded like she hung up purposely, but I could be wrong because the money was right there. I was like, did she just hang up? When I got into Burger King, I told her, but sometimes she kept saying, what did she say? What did she say? I did. I said, because she didn't question me about coming in an hour late, so I'm assuming, because I did call, and as I was speaking to her, I said, Phyllis, I'm going to be an hour late. All of a sudden, I just heard ding. So this was yesterday, December the 30th, 2021. James, the manager, came in and was working early with usually sometimes he come in during the day, but he came in. He usually worked nights, sometimes a lot of nights. One of the co-workers I used to work with, her name is Mindy. I don't think she's at Burger King anymore. I think Tuesday was her last day, possibly. I'm not sure, but I don't think she works for Burger King anymore. So I haven't seen her in a few days, and I was just word of mouth hearing talk. So some of the things I found odd. Well, the register drawer was $5 short. $5 exactly short. Today it was I think $1. No, what was it today? How short was it today? 25 cents short today. Anyway, and I was one of the things I wanted to say. As I was finishing counting my drawer yesterday at about 5 p.m. Not 5 p.m. My schedule was from 10 to 4. I called and said I was going to be an hour late. I clocked in at 11:07 p.m. But I thought it was odd because as I completed work, what I want to say, the drawer. Hold on one moment. Let me check something. Okay. I thought it was odd. This is what I found odd. some of the words were being said. I'm not sure what, I can't even remember what it was, but I thought it was anyway. James was there, and the grill was $5 short. So let me continue. So I asked James yesterday about getting a broom and dustpan this was before I went on break. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and get a broom and dustpan this week. And he asked me, he said, how long have you been working here? I said, I've been working for Burger King for over 4 years. And then he said, and you still need someone to tell you what to do or something in so many words. I said, no, I don't. I reminded him how he said many times I walk off the floor doing things and walk away from customers. And I said, this is what I'm telling you, where I'm going and what I'm doing. But when he says things like that, he makes it sound like when he used to complain or have said these things before about me walking off the floor, it made it seem like I was just walking off the floor, not wanting to do my job. And that wasn't the case. So when I told him, I said, James, Phyllis, I'm pretty sure I included Phyllis, I'm going to, because he usually doesn't work days, sometimes he do, but maybe because one of the co-workers stopped working for Burger King, that's why he was there. So he comes in to work nights around 2 usually, but he was there when I got there yesterday at about 11:07 a.m. And he said, he was like, so you need someone to tell you. And I said, no, I don't need anyone to tell me. I said, but I reminded him about how he complained or said that I walk off the floor and walk away from customers doing things. And I said, and I asked him, I said, does that answer your question? And he didn't say anything. And as soon as I said that, a customer did walk up as I was about to go to get the broom and dustpan, and he was African American male. So I'm glad I did when I had announced what I was doing, or tried to get their attention, let them know what I was doing. And then I noticed also because I was counting, I was taking orders differently. Usually I don't take orders the same way. Usually I take orders in a manner where what the customer says, can I have 6 Whoppers with cheese, maybe 1 Whopper this way, 1 Whopper that way, 1 Whopper this way. I do one at a time. But now, because of James, the manager, Jade, the manager, and plus Thomas, the manager, and Thomas actually included CJ, and when he told me this, he said that my customer service time is too high, and I guess I don't want to say speed of service. Said it was over 3% or something like that. And so what I did was cut time to study what I was doing and look at how I can cut back on time. So when a customer orders, I don't ring it up immediately. I listen to the customer like I always have, but I definitely listen even more. And then I repeat what they're saying, and if they say, and then I ask if it's a complete order, make sure, and I suggest to sell. Then I start putting the order in and complete the transaction. Usually, a lot of times, I noticed in these past 2 days, I started doing this yesterday. Yesterday was December 30th, 2021. It takes approximately maybe 10 to 20 seconds to finish a transaction. And then the customer goes and to the next, to the side to wait for their meal. Some other things happened that was odd, but I don't want to go through all so many things that happened. I was just trying to remember off my mind, and what I had wrote down. Also in my thoughts, and also some of the things that I thought was odd that I wrote down to articulate, because I'm always studying and trying to articulate my environment, what I am experiencing. Islam, so. Is a Moorish American. Yesterday, today as I was taking an order, a customer came in Let me start with today. Today is December the 30th, 2021. December the 31st, 2021. That's what today is. Let me get my phone out to show the time and the date. I'm tired. And I'm hungry. I would like a Brenner today. Plant-based pancakes. We're going to have plant-based pancakes, plant-based sausage, and plant-based eggs with vegan cheese. Yum. So this is the day. And this is the time. I got off at 3, and I'm about to head to the room. I got off actually about 3:10 today. On Fridays, my schedule stops at 3:10, and I'm about to head to the room. Imani is waiting for me. So once again, this is the date. This is the time. Oops. Okay. So, I was at the register, and I forced called 3 times today, at 2 different times. Earlier when I walked in, my schedule was from 10 to 4 today. I was in the back, close to the ice machine, and I was preparing. Either I was getting something, but I felt a spirit energy on me as a spiritual woman, and I've coughed twice. You know, this is my mask. It's a cloth mask. I have my own mask, and I just coughed twice, and that's how I know it's a forced cough. It didn't have anything to do with sickness or anything. It was just a forced cough. We are among my beliefs. We are among unclean spirits that can cause serious sickness. Sicknesses where it can look like something a doctor would diagnose according to their clinical diagnosis, but it's really dealing with spirits, unclean spirits that are able to make people really, really sick, really, really unhealthy. And anyway, so that's twice. And then while I was at the register, a regular customer came in. She's pale skin. She usually gets a Whopper made like, a big fish sandwich made like a Whopper. And then she gets I think it's a fry or onion ring and a medium drink. And she gets cheese on the big fish. And as I was finishing up her order, I did her order like the new way I do it. Before I asked her what she wanted, and I asked her the questions to and she doesn't add anything. She gets the same thing usually every time she come in. She wants the big fish on a Whopper bun, no tartar sauce, made like a Whopper with cheese. The only thing right now I'm thinking about, I can't remember if she gets the onion rings or the fries, but she usually get a medium drink. She usually do. Now they can switch up, that's what she usually does. And right as I was finishing the transaction, I waited till I heard what she said, put the order in. After I said, does this, make sure her order was done. And I put the order in, finished the order. The transaction was like maybe 10 to 20 seconds. And right when I was finishing the order, a forced cough happened, like that. And I told her, I said, excuse me, I'm about to have a forced cough. And Phyllis, the manager, said, that's nasty. I said, that's nasty? I said, my mouth and my nose, this is covered. Her nose was not covered. Her mouth was covered. She had on a black mask that Burger King provides. Ever since that situation happened with me telling Phyllis that I had an allergic reaction to the mask, the blue mask, the next day I came in, 2 new people had on blue masks and everybody else had on black masks. But then after that, nobody else, it has always been black masks. I haven't seen anyone wear blue masks that I can remember. I could be wrong. That's working on this Burger King. Everyone is wearing black masks. So her nose wasn't covered, but my nose was covered. I told her, she said, it's nasty. I said, I'm not nasty. She said, yes, you are. That's nasty. And James was on the floor. I said, I'm not nasty. Then she went over to Hamima, and started talking. Hamima, last time I remember, Phyllis is an African American, just giving description, unless she claims a nationality, I don't know. The African American lady, she claims she's the manager at Burger King. And she said this on the front line in front of the customer, how nasty I was. I said, I'm not nasty. I said, nothing came out. I coughed in my mask. My nose and my mouth is covered. Her nose wasn't covered, but my nose and mouth is covered. And then she went to Hamima, who said, I remember she told me, I could be wrong, but I remember she said she came from Mexico, I think, or because I could be wrong. So, but that's what I remember. I always leave that because I only going by what someone's telling me, and start saying that I was nasty. I said I'm not nasty. And then James, as he was taking the order, he paused and said, "Leave it alone, leave it alone." And this is on the front line. And I did say this. I said my nose and mouth are covered. I mean, no particles. I said nothing is coming out of the mask. I mean, that's what, I mean, her nose, and I told her, I said, well, her nose, your nose is not covered, but mine is, nothing's coming out of my mask. I coughed one time. And this is on the front line at Burger King, so it made me think about yesterday. Okay, so today is Friday, holy day for us as Muslims, as Moorish Americans. So Hebrew Muslims, Islam. So it made me think about yesterday, December the 30th, 2021. Because she went to Hamima and started talking to Hamima, and I think someone was at the register. I'm not sure, but saying I heard her saying I was nasty, and or saying it was nasty what I did, and so as Hamima, okay, I worked till 4 yesterday. So this is the issue. So what I saw, there was Thomas was saying something about that we all have to start wearing masks. Everybody that comes in the Burger King have to wear masks. All customers have to wear masks. I was just listening. I wasn't in a conversation. This is Hamima. As she clocked out, there were a few fries on the fry station. The fry station has is like this. It has a shelf here, and then there's a dip where the fries are. And so on that shelf where you can prepare the fries, that's what we use. And she had clocked out, and she didn't have gloves on, but she picked up the fries and threw them back in the fry bin where we give the fries to the customers. I said, Hamima, I saw her go to, well, at first I didn't know she clocked out, but after she pressed the button into the register on the front line, and she did it, I didn't see her no more. She was gone, so I'm assuming she clocked out. I'm assuming. Let me say that. I said, Hamima, you're not supposed to throw fries. I don't think you're supposed to throw fries in the bin, and plus you don't have gloves on. And she was like, when I said that, she said, they clean or something like that, and demonstrating her hands. And then she just walked off the floor, and this was in front of a customer, okay? And so I was wondering today when Phyllis went because I said something to Hamima about it. I said this before. I thought it would be good to mention this. I've said it before. When I would see, before COVID-19 happened, when we didn't have to wear gloves, employees would, at that fry station, the shelf, the fries would be outside the fries, outside of the bin. And they'll pick it up with their hands and put it back into the bin. And this is where people put their arms on, and your hands or whatever, so forth. And I was thinking, I don't think we're supposed to do that. And one customer actually complained because he saw that happen. And this is when I've been working for Burger King since June of 2016. So this is before COVID-19 happened. After COVID-19, I mean, I was still seeing different customers, different employees do it, even managers. So I just, I didn't say anything else about it, because I just knew that I wasn't going to do it. There is, okay, so there's a area here. So, okay, here's the area. The fry station is here. You got the shelf, and fries fall out while we're preparing fries on the shelf. There, over there, there's a trash can where you can actually take fries, and instead of putting them in the bin, roll the fries in the trash. And so that's what I usually do, or throw the fries to the trash on the left. But I don't never put the fries back in the bin. And if I make a mistake and one falls by touching my hand, I'm not perfect. But I definitely try to be conscious of it. I use the scoop and take the fries and throw them out, And so that's what I did when Hamima picked the fries up with her hands, no gloves. And then, at first, I'm not sure she caught that, but I didn't see her no more. This was after 3. I didn't see her no more after she pressed whatever she pressed on the register. That was it. I didn't see her on the floor. I didn't see her in the building, nowhere. So I'm assuming she caught out. And then she threw the fries in the bin. That it was maybe 3 or 4 fries, but she's not. I've seen people do that so many times, but I choose not to do that. I mean, I've seen take fries. It's like with and actually take fries out of the carton and put it in the bin, with their hands with the gloves. And so I was wondering today, because I said something to her. I told her, especially with Thomas saying that we have to all go back to wearing gloves. To wearing masks again, and making sure that the customers wear masks. I said this, once again, because I thought it was this might be something that it should be taken note of. Because I've been seeing it for a while. It's not like she's the only one. It's it's like okay. I just choose not to do it. Islam, I just choose not to do. I don't know what's the rationality of putting fries that fall out of the bin on the shelf that's towards the front counter back into the bin. Where so much stuff is there, and it's not falling on the other side where the cooks are preparing food with gloves, where they actually have to make the food, and their gloves have to be, really, really clean and so forth. It's falling, and they have to, that whole area is sort of like a different form, different rules of sanitation and sanitize or whatever. It's just, for instance, when I asked CJ about do we have to wear gloves, I remember some of the words that were said. Still, he said, I'm not sure about the kitchen, the cooks, and he said something about he wasn't. I asked him a few times, but in the front line, I think he said definitely the cooks or something. But anyway, it was. So I was under the impression that there's a different set of rules for definitely the cooks and those that are on the front line dealing with drinks and the register and so forth in reference to gloves. Because I don't see anyone not wearing gloves that I can remember. I could be wrong. That I can remember since COVID-19 that are cooks. Maybe, well, I think there was sometimes, but then I said something. I remember I said something, and I said something to the manager. So, and I don't know if they forgot. I don't know if it was a mistake, whatever. But anyway, and they went from there. But I'm not perfect. I mean, I always say if there's something I'm doing wrong, especially with sanitizing or whatever, let me know. Because I want to do better, especially in reference to cleanliness and prevention of disease or whatever, or transferring of bacteria, whatever. I want to do better, so just let me know. So that's why. But before this happened with Hamima, Thomas would just talk very loud about how the rules, how everyone in Annapolis have to wear masks again when they enter into buildings, in the buildings and so forth. And I think they were talking about different cases of coronavirus. I'm not sure, but they were saying that as of this was yesterday, and he said tomorrow, implying today, which is Friday, after 12 p.m., everybody's supposed to be wearing masks again. So I thought it was odd that because I had said something to Hamima, and as she and as she walked away, she said, my hands are clean, and kept going. So anyway, I just thought it was, odd that Phyllis was speaking to her about, kept saying the word nasty in reference to me. I told her, I kept saying, I'm not nasty. I'm not nasty. And then this is today. Because and so the thing, what I said to Hamima was yesterday, December 3rd, 21, and this is today about Phyllis saying I was nasty when I coughed once, and I backed away. I said I'm gonna have to cough one time, but my nose and mouth was covered. The customer that I was serving didn't have on a mask. So then yesterday, after that situation happened with Hamima, I asked Thomas, once again, I didn't tell Thomas about Hamima doing that because I mentioned things about this before, and I could tell that now it's past irritation when I mention things like that. So I don't say anything, but I felt something, to say something to Hamima about it. And I asked Thomas, I said, Thomas, are we supposed to all wear masks again, or the customers supposed to wear masks again? We've been wearing masks, but are the customers, do they have to wear masks? And he said, yes. I said, does that include gloves? And he said, because he didn't have on gloves. There were others. I don't know who else might not have had on gloves on the front line yesterday. I think he was the only one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But he didn't have on gloves. He said yes, everybody's supposed to have on gloves starting tomorrow, which was yesterday. So then I noticed also today. So, and I say this because I thought it was just odd how Phyllis, was saying I was nasty, and she went to Hamima, talking to Hamima, and Mima was at the front, was at the drive-through, and she walked away. Phyllis was either she took a bag over there or whatever. I'm not sure, but she definitely walked towards Hamima, was saying nasty and referring to me. And once again, I wear my own mask. I wear my own cloth mask. Ever since I told Phyllis that that day about the blue mask, I had an allergic reaction. The day before that happened, Burger King had switched to blue masks. They were using all black. And then, so this is okay, I think if I remember correct, this was the day that I sent, it was during the week that I sent Burger King corporate a letter, and hoping about some of the odd experiences that I experienced at Burger King. Anyway, they switched. I came to work one day. It's been, the Burger King has used blue masks before when COVID-19 restrictions started, like in 2020. But then for a very long time, they've been using black. So that week, they switched to blue for one day. That one day, I went ahead and put the blue on. Because everybody else is wearing blue. I didn't think nothing of it. But that night, because I think that was the day I was sent the letter to Burger King. I'm pretty sure. That next day I woke up, I felt very, my nose running, not coughing, just nose running, and I felt a heat sensation. I was definitely having an allergic reaction to the mask. I knew I felt it as I was working a little bit, but I didn't know. And I was, you know how you, so when something is coming on, a sickness, because something foreign just entered the body, that's exactly what was happening. So I told Phyllis the next day. And so anyway, after I came back to work the following day, because she told me I couldn't work that day unless I put on a blue mask. At the time she said blue mask, and like everyone else. And she had mentioned not wearing a cough, but anyway, nonetheless, that was then. Then when I came back to work the next day, I had masks. I went and brought a few cloth black masks, and I noticed maybe 2 people had on blue. Maybe not the next day, but a few days afterwards. One time, since that situation, maybe 2 people had on blue, possibly. But now it's been black. Okay, let me just say that a few times, because I don't, I'm recalling, and I could be a little bit mistaken in how many people. All I can tell you is definitely, hardly no one had on blue masks. And now I don't remember seeing anyone, wearing a blue mask at all. It's been over. So it's December the 31st today, so it's been over a month, possibly, I would give, or close to a month. But I could, maybe I don't know. So anyway, let me continue. So also today, as I was at the register, I was taking an order, another regular customer. Sometimes he seemed to wear a military. I think I do remember seeing him with either a military license plate, but something connected to the military. Jade, the manager, came in, and she was working. She was on the floor, and this guy didn't have on a mask, and she said, "Excuse me, sir, you're gonna have to wear a mask." And she started to say, well, we're not supposed to serve customers with no mask. It's been mandated. And she was cursing a little bit while she was talking. I think Jane started to talk to her and say, or somebody was talking to her and she was still talking about it. The guy said, okay. But I was surprised how, it seemed like she was upset in a way, or talking about how it's mandated, you got to wear a mask. And the guy had, when he paid for his food, he had a military credit card that those that are connected to the Navy or the Army, the credit card, I think is UAA or USAA or something like that, credit card. So he didn't have on a mask, but I don't know. I thought it was odd, because it's not Jade was like really upset about it. The mask. I don't know if she was particularly upset with the customer, but she used the F word as she was communicating with someone else as she was walking. If I heard it, and I'm in front of the customer on the front line, possibly he heard it too, the F word, and she was talking loud, using the F word, F-U-C-K word. Anyway, this guy was connected. He used the military credit card to pay for his food. So that's what I experienced. It's just very odd. But nonetheless, I didn't get emotional with Phyllis as she was saying I was nasty. I said I'm not nasty several times. But I thought it was odd. Oh, and then also I thought it was odd today. Dora, and she's from El Salvador. Not from, but said she came from El Salvador. I thought it was after this situation happened with Jade, or was it afterwards or before? Maybe it was before or during. Anyway, she was the situation. I think they were, because Hamima was at. I worked with Hamima today. And Dora speaks Spanish. She said she came from El Salvador, I think, or I asked her. I could be wrong. I'm only going by what someone tells me. South America. And she was talking about, we supposed to all take, they was laughing about, yeah, we supposed to take showers too. We supposed to take showers every day. Every day we need to take a shower. Not every 2 days. And they were, this was around me. I was at the fry station preparing fries. And I think Himima, Dora, I don't know who else was involved in the laughter. I think Himima was there, but definitely Dora. Yeah, you're supposed to take a shower. And then I think Jade was involved too. I'm not sure. But I just turned around and made a joke. I see they were making a joke. I thought because I made jokes. I said yes, and you need to also, when it rains, wear a raincoat. Because they were making jokes about showers. I don't know. I did find it odd because I don't take a shower every day. Me, I take wash-ups, and I take care of my skin that way. By not taking a shower every single day. I take a shower every other day, or making sure my body is clean in a different manner. But and this is how I take care of my skin and keep my skin moisturized. I definitely keep my body washed, and my genital area and so forth. But I thought it was odd because I don't take showers every day. I take I don't mind saying that, but I know I'm clean. So anyway, I'm going to just end this with that. Still, there's some people around the room saying brother. We pay. They sound like animals. African American male and female accents really sound like animals and a beast. Literally, we paid. He loves you. She loves your son. Spanish speaking accents. What's something I've tried this? I say it so many times. Yeah, like that. And definitely in a begging, really begging animal manner. In Annapolis, Maryland. So I made sure I documented it today. Imani and I, as Moorish Americans, we don't know anyone personally here in Annapolis, and we have not implied that we want to get to know anyone personally here in Annapolis. Not one person in Annapolis, Maryland can say that they are my friend and that I am their friend. So it is sad to have to state something like that, but if you're among those that could be mentally ill so much where they have normalized a form of behavior that is abusive and outside of constitutional law, then you have to do different measures to protect yourself. Islam. And I am calling it like it is, mental illness, literally mental illness, Islam. So it's December 31st, 2021.